Is me, Ben Smith, Tiny Dark Spike, and we are back for SFR Season 3, Round 3 at Silverstone, so this should be really, really exciting. Um, and today, instead of just being alone like I normally am, where I'm just dehydrated and gasping for breath after every 5 laps, I have 5 scoops, our winner from the last 2 weekends. How are you doing, 5 scoops?
Hello, I'm fine, and you? And yourself?
Yeah, I'm good. I've got finals this week for university, so that'll be a real pillaging. If I can survive, I will be a lucky man. But it looks like lobby is starting now. So as I said, our previous 2 weekends winner, 5 scoops. He is not racing, so other people will be looking to try and capitalize on this opportunity. Last week we had a really amazing race in Monaco at night. Cornet and 5 scoops went. They battled basically all race, and 5 scoops came out on top after a Cornet disconnect, which was it was very interesting race. So if you want to go back and watch that, you can. It's on the SFR, or not SFR, the CCR network. You can go back and check that out from last week, as well as the VODs from all the other races. But how'd you feel about that race, 5 scoops? I know we talked about it last week, but just in general.
General was a fun race. Fun to hunt Corner down the whole race after I had a bad start. And he had an amazing pace. I think if he can carry this pace on this race, he's, wow, fast for today's race.
I would agree. So, as I am attempting to go and look for the championship standings, they don't exist. So, shout outs to whoever does that. Sadly, I cannot tell everybody what's going on, but I think it'd be safe to say that 5 scoops is in the lead. And what team do you race for again? I'm forgetting.
What the hell? Can you tell me again?
Sorry, what constructor do you race for?
I'm McLaren Racing.
Okay, McLaren. Okay, so yeah, Honesy is taking the place of 5 scoops today, so that'll be a formidable replacement for the teams. But actually, wait, no, I'm just looking at the rules. Reserve drivers will not score points for the constructor. So yeah, that's never mind. Ignore me. Anyways, anything you're going to be looking for in this race, particularly? Anybody you think we should keep an eye out for?
Yeah, we're looking forward to the race of the pole position because we have Frog Rebel, who's very fast, I think, on this track. Ponzi, who's also fast, and Corner. So we have 3 drivers, 3 to 4 drivers who can fight for the pole position. I think that's quite interesting because Silverstone pole position is not anything at the start, too, because we have to carry on the whole race in front of them if you want to win. And that's hard because you have very many DRS zones where you can overtake or slipstream zones, so it's interesting. And you?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how Rainer Zufall does again. The game just did the nuttiest of glitches on my screen if you're watching the stream. Anyways, yeah, I'm looking forward to see how Rainer Zufall does. He's been having a really, really good performance overall. And like in the first 2 weekends, he came back from pretty poor qualifying to finish in the top 5 both weekends. So he's having a very good championship. So I'd expect him to do well. He's out on the mediums right now, so that'll be interesting. I think almost anybody who's out on the mediums will not qualify in the top 10. The softs do have a pretty serious advantage through the high-speed corners and the traction zones on this track. As we see, I think that's I think that's Will Ans, the Alpha Tower of Will Ans, waving with the DRS flap to his mate Rainer Zufall. But actually no, that wasn't Will, that was Cornet. But yeah, I think everyone's out on their outlaps. I think Lasse Haverhals is the first in the queue right now. No, he isn't. That is Exotic who's the first in the queue. He's on the softs. He's already invalidated his lap. Nice job, Exotic. Anyways, I'm trying to see. So yeah, we're just gonna be waiting, I guess. So Silverstone. Are there any corners that you have that are your favorite before I do the track rundown? 5 scoops.
Yeah, the first corner is quite interesting at the race start. You can see very hard fights there. In the first few laps because you can overtake there, but it's not so easy. And yeah, I think the whole track, I like the whole track. Love every corner. Every corner is fast. No, not really.
Yeah, so Silverstone, it is a very long circuit. It is a hold on, let me get the exact 18 turn circuit. Some of the highlights include Abbey, the first corner that Five Scoops was talking about. Also, we have Maggots and Beckett's, that famous little S section. We've also got Wellington Straight, the Hangar Straight, and we've also got the Hamilton Pit Straight. Dude, he has his own corner name at this point. It's pretty nuts. As we see, Exotic, who's already invalidated, actually he invalidated his flyer too. Yeah, give me a nice wave on the wheel. Anyways, I think we have, that's not Rainer behind him, but he's also on a hot lap. Basically, everybody out on track is on a hot lap right now, except for the AlphaTauri coming out of the box, or that's an AlphaTauri that spun. Let's see, who is that? Is that Cornet? No, that is not Cornet. That is Will Ans. He spun on the medium tires. That's a bad start for the AlphaTauris in the qualifying session. I think Exotic is just setting a banker, so he doesn't really mind. I think, let's see if I can catch the other Williams. Potentially, I think that is Adamar, who's going to come up to the line, running through turn 16 and 17. Keeps it nice and tight, up into turn 18, onto the Hamilton straight. We'll see what his time is going to be. And he sets the first time of our session at 1:25.4. So that's a good time for Adamar. Nearly crashes at Abbey afterwards, but looks like he's okay. So, Five Scoops, what would you expect the pole time to be today?
Oh, the pole time, I don't really know. I think 1:24, of course.
So somewhere in the 1:24s?
Yeah, of course. Look, 1/10 only.
Yeah, yeah.
But I think when some drivers like Corner will go into the softs, I expect a 1:24.5, something like this, or 4.
Yeah, that sounds about right to me too. After seeing the lap that Cornet put in on the mediums, which is absolutely, he and Frogglebell are only separated by 1,000th on their lap times, both on the mediums though. So that's a pretty interesting distinction between the people ahead of them. The two Ferraris right now, P1 and P2, Orcale and Guillama, they had a better result last weekend than they had in Austria, but they'll be looking to do a lot better this weekend. They keep having very good qualifying, but it's about translating that result from qualifying into race points and podiums, because Ferrari, they have very good qualifying sessions, so they should be capable. As we see Cool Beans go into the 1:24s, as he predicted, a 1:24.77, so I think we'll be going a little bit faster than a 1:24.5. Yeah, so pretty interesting right now. I think everyone is on their in laps. You got anything to say right now, Five Scoops? Anything you're seeing that's interesting to you in the qualifying running so far?
I think it's quite interesting that some drivers are out on the mediums, because you can easily drive medium soft or soft mediums. So I think it's a little bit different what they try to do. But I don't see real reasons behind it. I think they will go out again on the softs. It makes no sense to me. Yeah,
that's another good point. So the pit strategy for this race is a easy one stop, which makes absolutely no sense. Thank you, Codemasters. Last year we saw tires exploding left and right here, so I don't understand why we can do soft, medium, easy. But thank you, Codemasters. We're really appreciative of that. So that's a little bit interesting. As we see Willans, he's fading through reality in and out as he comes. Or is that? Yeah, that's Willans as he comes out of the box. If you see that in the bottom right, amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that is a good point. Do you remember exactly what the pit windows are for both strategies? My mind is skipping me.
I don't even know it either, but I think for the softs you're going onto the mediums on lap 10 or 12, I don't know really. And if you're starting on the mediums, you go onto the softs on lap 80 or 19.
Alright, that would make sense. That does make sense. So right now we're seeing Delta Lima. He has set a one. In the Discord earlier, he was talking about everyone else sandbagging, and he thought his lap really wasn't that good. But here we are in qualifying. He is at a 1:25.2, which is a really good time for Delta Lima, and he's really been performing well recently. So I think we'd expect him to continue doing well. He's really bringing out yellow flags though in Maggots and Beckett's right now. He'll want to get up to speed. Yeah, so that's a good performance from Delta Lima right now, as well as Adamar. Honestly, these are the two drivers that I've seen make the biggest improvements over the last two seasons. Adamar, I found out he is actually Swedish. Did you know that, Five Scoops? I did not. I, for some reason, thought he was Turkish. I apologize for that, Adamar. But the Swede, representing Sweden, he's coming out right now on the softs again to set another lap. And let's see if we can catch anyone on a hot lap. We see Honzi has set a 1:25.1, a blistering lap for the mediums, honestly. just a tenth out of that 124 section. Only 5 or 4 tenths off of Cool Beans, who is our provisional pole sitter at the moment.
Amazing.
So I think Holmesy, he loves to go for that medium strategy. I don't know if you've ever noticed that, Five Scoops, but he seems to really enjoy it. Do you think there's any real benefit to him doing that here, as we talked about? I'm not sure there is, but he might just do it for fun. Holmesy, of course, is a 4-time champion across the CCR network, so he is a driver of real pedigree. Yeah.
Fast driver. I think if you're fast enough, you can go on with the mediums at the start, but if you look at it, there's Ryder Zufall on P3, and then driver like this, don't let him through, and so you will lose time in the traffic. I think start onto the mediums is not a clever thing.
Yeah, that is an interesting point. And in this game, as proven many times in my opinion, the reverse strategy can be extremely potent. It really doesn't make a lot of sense, but the lower fuel loads with those softer tires, you can just go so much faster at the end of the race. So maybe Holmesy's banking on that. We saw, this is obviously very irrelevant to what we're talking about, in F1 Esports, Jarno Opmeer, he used that strategy all the time, and he used that to blitz his way to an F1 Esports championship. So the strategy is definitely viable, but it's always an interesting one to see how you can balance that traffic that you're talking about versus just pace at the end of the race. Do you have any predictions for the rest of this qualifying session, Five Scoops, at the moment?
Yeah, I think Corner will go out again onto the softs and will try to catch a pole position. I think you can. Only if Holmesy don't go in onto the soft. If he does that, he has easily the pole position in my mind, in my opinion. I mean, who is faster than Holmesy right now?
Yeah, that's a good point. Especially because Holmesy did set his lap with a little bit more track evo, but Holmesy and Cornet, as we've seen multiple times through other leagues, other league races, have extremely similar pace. They're up there with you, and they can really challenge each other on their best days. So I expect Holmesy and Cornet to be fighting for pole here as well. But Coolbeans set a really good lap. He's on his out lap right now, actually. I think we're going to be able to catch. I think that's a Haas. I'm not sure if that's Lassa. Yes, it is Lassa going into turn 16 and 17. Going to run up to the line. Going to keep it tight. We're going to see what his lap is. It should be pretty good. A 125.1. That's pretty decent for Lassa. That'll put him P7 at the moment. Trying to see who else. I think Adam our box. So the next person on a hot lap is a Ferrari. I think that will be Oricale. Actually, no, he has no ERS boost deployed. So I'm going to assume that is not a quality lap from him. I think we have a Renault as well somewhere. I think that's going to be Mike Edwards. He comes out of Maggots and Beckett's onto the Hangar Straight. Is that the Hangar Straight or the Wellington Straight? That's the Hangar Straight.
Lost me.
Keeps it tight through Stowe, into Vale, and he's actually boxing.
But Frog LaBelle's on the lap.
Yes, he is on a lap, Frog LaBelle. Now he's going through Stowe. After his Renault teammate boxed, he is in maximum ERS boost. Keeps it nice and tight through Vale. Maximizes his exit. Looks like a good lap to me, but what do I know? Comes into club. The last set of corners. Turn 18. Flat onto the Hamilton straight. Let's see what he does. And that's a pole. Wow. An absolutely amazing lap. A 124.29. Basically a 124.3, but that is 4 tenths better than Cool Beans. That'll be an absolutely difficult lap for Holmesy and Cornet to match. It's a lot of time on the board to make up for them. Absolutely excellent lap from Frog.
What the hell?
Yeah, where did that come from? Frog LaBelle, of course, he was on for a pretty good result in Austria. He was keeping up with you and Henry Rogers before he had a really unfortunate brake error, honestly, on his controller. And he smashed into the wall, so he'll be looking for vengeance on some level. I think we've got a pretty big logjam behind Rainer Zufall at the moment. I think that's a racing point. It might be Red Dog or Big Boy. Yeah, I think that's Big Boy. But he's able to navigate it. So I think we've got a lot of cars coming out here. I think this is for their second run. This won't be their final run. I assume anybody who's doing their final run will be coming out in the last couple of seconds. But right now I think we're also seeing the two Alpha Tauris trying to coordinate a tow at some level. I think they already did coordinate the tow down the Wellington Straight. And we're on board with Will
Yes.
Lands, who comes through Cops into Maggots, keeps it nice and tight, no scrubbing, through Beckett's, keeps it nice, maximizes his exit. Could have used a little more of the track on the left side, but he's down onto the hanger straight. We're going to see what his time is coming into Stowe. Keeps it nice and tight to the apex, uses 5th gear, up into the 6th gear, up into 7th gear, down into Vale, now going into the club complex of corners, locks up a little bit. That's the first time I haven't seen him using ABS. Did you know that, 5 Scoops? Anyways, through turn 18 up to the line. Actually, did not improve from what I can tell. Did you see him improve? I did not see him improve there.
No, no.
Yeah, me neither. Anyways, I think Cornet is starting another lap on the mediums right now. Up through turn 1, Abbey, into farm. Keeps it nice and tight. So this is interesting. He's going for another lap on the medium. So you know how we were talking about that strategy choice? I know we've really been hammering on it, but I'm not sure it's the right call. It'll be interesting to see. Cornet should be able to get another hot lap, though. He's up 300ths only right now as he locks up into that corner. I think we've got a lot of drivers on fast laps, though. I think we've got a Williams entering the hanger straight. I think that is Rayner. He's on a fast lap. He's up 2/10 on his best lap right now. That would put him into P4 if he can complete this lap. Clean up into Stowe. Touches the dirt a little bit. Runs wide. And we're going to catch him coming into the final corners.
Could be very good lap.
Yeah, it could. We're going to see. He runs out of ERS boost, and he lost a 10th somewhere in that last part of the lap, so that's going to be a little disappointing for Rayner. He does not improve his position, but he does improve his lap time by a 10th. That's a 1:24.9 for Rayner. Our driver of the day, in my opinion, from both weeks. And he's just doing a very good job so far this season. I think we just caught Lassa go 3/10 better, but I'm
right now.
Sorry. What are you saying?
Corners over the line, half a time faster.
Yeah.
Right now.
Good job from Cornet. But those medium tires are not giving him the track position he'll really want. I assume he'll be going in. Actually, I don't know if he'll have enough time to box, so that might be his starting position. He'll have to really hustle. I think he's out. I don't know what you'd say. I don't think he can make it back in time.
No, he will not, because the pit is so slow in Great Britain. You have to. Yeah, look. All the drivers came out of the pit right now because you lose much time in there.
Yeah, so that's going to be the end of Cornet's qualifying session. An interesting choice from him. We'll have to see how that plays out. As well, I don't know if he's going to get a huge advantage on those mediums. Those are 2-lap-old mediums. He didn't have another set of mediums to run on, obviously. So they won't be fresh mediums. He'll be in P9. He'll be using those tires. Actually, he might not be in P9. I don't want to say that for certain. We still have people behind to pass him, but at the moment, he'd be in P9, so I'm not sure that's a huge advantage. I think we've got we've got Lassa, so it says he's down a 10th. I'm not sure he's going to be improving, and he invalidates on the last corner, so yeah, that lap time will not count. And he's almost out of ERS boost. These tires are pretty old, so I think he's not going flat anymore. I think we've got a Ferrari about to start their lap. That is Guillaume. He's about to start his lap. As well as Will, that's Cornet, who's boxing now, but I think this is going to be the start of Guillaume's lap, and we'll go on board with him for a little bit here. As he pushes into the first corner, Abbey keeps it nice and tight, no scrubbing. You see the Alpha Tower coming out to his right, but he's able to avoid that. Nice, into second gear, keeps it nice and tight, good on throttle, no wheel spin at the moment. Commits pretty heavily into this next corner, up into 5th gear already, gets the DRS activated. So that was a pretty good set of first corners. We'll come back on board with Guillaume later in the lap. I think everyone else ahead of him is just traffic, so he'll really have to avoid that. I think we're going to see the 2 Red Bulls starting their laps now as well. They are in P10 and P3 right now. It's a pretty good result for the Red Bull team. Righty Boy is very consistent, so is Coolbean. So this is honestly one of the most consistent teams on the grid at the moment. As I think Exotic is letting the traffic go through. Or that's not Exotic. What is happening there? That is really strange. That distracted me like crazy. Anyways, so who's your bet for pole at this point, 5 Scoops? We've just got a little bit left in the session.
I think Honesy.
Yeah.
Or Frog, one of these 2 guys.
I think Honesy has a lot of time left on the board, but Frogglebell did put in a pretty good lap. I think Honesy could beat it, though, if he had to. Um,
Yeah.
so I think Guillama, he's up a tenth right now on his lap, and he's coming into the final corner. So we'll see where that puts him. It's going to put him P2, front row of the grid right now. We still have other people to finish, but that is a good qualifying for Guillama so far. I think we're going to catch a Mercedes coming into the last corner. That'll be Van Rocco. Let's see what time Van Rocco can put up.
Maybe top 10 right for today's race.
Yeah, that would be really good. That would be an excellent result for Van Rocco. As we see him go through the final corner up to the line, it's going to be a 126.19. Only going to put him P17. Looked like a good lap from what I could see, but the time wasn't there. Van Rocco will be looking to improve in the race. I think we have a Williams. That's Adamar coming up to the line, and he improves into P6. A really good result from Adamar.
Wow.
We also have Rayner in P5, so Adamar picked up a lot of time there. As we see, Cool Beans, he's not able to improve on his lap, really. He stays P4. So Frogglebelt is invalid. Thank you for that, 5 scoops. So he's not going to be able to improve on his lap. I think we've got another Ferrari coming up to the last set of corners. That's going to be Orcali. He is up a tenth at the moment. We're going to see where that puts him. That should put him P2, and it does. So the two Ferraris trade positions again. Pretty good result from them at the moment. I think we have another Renault. That might be Mike Edwards coming up to the line. See if I can catch him. He's up 4 tenths. That's going to put him P16 at 125.8. Decent result for Mike Edwards at the moment, but I think we have Honesy coming up to the line through club. I'm going to see what his time is. I did not see how much he was up on his time, and that's going to be a pole.
Wow.
That's 200ths in the lap from Honesy, and he was able to do it just as 5 scoops predicted. P1 for Honesy at the moment. I don't think Frogglebell's on a lap, so that's not going to do it. I think that's going to be pole for Honesy. A pretty good result from him. He'll be really, really happy with that. The Discord, I've been notified like 12 times. Yeah, but that's good. It's good from Honesy. I don't know if you caught the lap, 5 scoops, but what are your reactions to that?
Because the gap between the both is so wow. 0.024. That's
yeah, it was very close. It was very, very close from those two. Frogglebell, he'll probably be punching himself because he most likely had it. You know, he just invalidated it. I assume he could have at least picked up 200ths on his lap somewhere. That would have been pole position for him, but it wasn't to be, as I've got the weirdest camera angle ever from Codemasters. Anyways, that was pretty good from Honesy. Very different to what he normally does in the SFR races. But, yeah. P1 for Honesy. So I'll do a little rundown of the order. So we've got Honesy in P1, Froglabel P2, Orcale P3, Guillama P4. So that's a second row lockout from Ferrari. P5 Cool Beans, P6 Rayner, P7 Will, P8 Adamar, a really good result from Adamar. His pace has been improving. P9 Stewart, P10 Cornet on the mediums, so he will have to start with those 2 lap old mediums, so that might be a little bit of a detriment to Cornet. P11 Righty Boy, P12 Lassa, P13 Delta, P14 Red Dog, P15 Big Boy, P16 Mike Edwards, P17 Mr. Root, my teammate, P18 Van Rocco, P19 Chieto, and P20 Exotic, who set no time. I think he crashed out, and that's what all my raging Discord notifications were from Exotic in private. He was very upset, it seems, so he'll be looking to recover from there. Yeah, do you have any other standout performance that you thought really did well there in that session, 5 scoops?
Yes, of course. I think Rainer Zufall and his teammate were nearly equally fast, and I think that's not so normal in the SFR. Normally there's one guy who's very fast, and the other guy not so fast, and the same is for Ferrari. Same pace, and I think maybe we have team fights today. Would be nice to see.
Yeah, so the Williams team really doing well. So I'm going to go pull up the stream right now. I'm going to go drop a like on our stream. So if you're watching, you should also drop a like on our stream. It would help us out, and hit the subscribe button. I'm sure everyone who's watching has probably already hit the subscribe button, but if you haven't, please do. That would be greatly appreciated. So I've got the tire choice up right now. So would you be expecting everybody from P11 back to go for that alternate strategy? 5 scoops?
Yeah, I think some drivers went onto the mediums. I think I make a bet right now. One guy is going to the hards. just to make something different to the other guys and hope for a very, very late safety car.
Yeah, would be an interesting strategy. I don't know the exact tire life of the hards, but it could be a very potent strategy to take those hards from lap 4 or 5. If we have a safety car at that point, you might be able to stretch out those hards the entire way because the realisticness of the tire deg in this is totally obsolete, and it doesn't make any sense. So, yeah. I think we're just waiting right now. So it looks like we've only got 2 takers of the mediums right now, and we're waiting for Van Rocco to give the ready up. Luckily, no one has readied up so far. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have anything else to say right now. I wish I could see the helmets. This is normally when I resort to the helmet talk. We see what helmets people have got. If you ever want to send me a photo of your helmet so that I can talk about it in the downtime of the stream, please do. That would really help me out. Just to have something that's relevant to what we're talking about. I don't want to go on a crazy tangent. But, yeah. So we'll just wait here. We'll just relax before the ensuing storms hits. 5 Scoops, do you have any big predictions for the race?
Safety car in lap 1. Van Rocco to the points. And Will ends go DNF.
Will ends DNF. Now, Will, that you can use that as motivation, like Michael Jordan, or you can use that as, I don't know, but you heard it here, Will. That was a pretty bold statement from 5 Scoops about you.
It's a joke. Will, I love you. No homo.
Anyways, Henry, I see you in the chat over there. I see you, Henry. So we've got Honesy P1, Cornet P2, and Frog LaBelle P3. So that's an interesting podium. You're going to predict a pretty strong comeback race from Cornet. He does have a pretty good starting spot with the tires. Yeah, so actually, it looks like everyone's getting away. I am not on the race screen yet. As you can see, the tires here, but I can pull it up on our normal race screen. Thank you for resetting my tires and everything. I hate when they do this. Anyways, so yeah, everybody back from P10 basically has the mediums except for Red Dog, Van Rocco, and Chietto. They'll be looking to really make an advantage in the beginning of the race, I guess, that first stint on those softer tires. Yeah. I don't know if I have any predictions. I think we're gonna see Frog LaBelle earn a redemption today. The Canadian man, he's really been very fast at times, and he just hasn't had that race result yet. But I think he's gonna at least finish on the podium. I'd predict a race win for Frog LaBelle today. That's gonna be my prediction. I think we're gonna see points from Adamar and Del Clima as well. So anything else? I don't know. We're just gonna wait for the people to make it around the grid. Hopefully everyone makes it through turn 1 pretty cleanly. It does tighten up, you know. Abby, is there a preferred side of the grid that you'd like to start on this track? 5 Scoops.
Yeah, on the left side, because you can go with right into turn 1. It's important for the start, so I think Honesy, if you have a normal start, will lead into turn 1. But behind there, it will be very exciting between the Ferraris, because they have to decide, okay, who will fight for P2 maybe in the first lap.
Yeah, I would also like to start on the left side of the grid. That was my thought, as the AI takes over really early here. So I think no one's actually, Exotic really trailing along. Exotic, get your butt in gear, buddy. Anyways, I think the tires should be good. No one will be really cold, but we're gonna wait for Exotic to make it to the back of the grid. So yeah, this should be pretty interesting. Hopefully, we don't see any spinners at turn 1. It does tighten up. So I'm just going to pray for a good start. Hopefully, the Ferraris get a good start. They've been really struggling in general here, but let's see if we can get that camera angle as Exotic closes up. Thank you, Cody's. No camera angle for Ben. Anyways,
you have to switch when the 5.
Yeah, it's just, I'm waiting. So yeah, we're about to get away 5 lights for our racers here. Not yet, but you know, it's coming. I'll put on the position change for everyone at the start here.
I think the lobby crashed, I think.
It hasn't crashed yet for us. I think somebody might be waiting. I can't see if someone needs to load in, but somebody might have to load in. We're gonna be on standby here. So this is pretty weird. Isn't that amazing? Well,
Yeah, I think it's because of me. They have something against me, the lobby.
I think Adamar. Adamar may have DC'd. I think we should wait a little bit, but I think the lobby may be in shambles. How excellent!
Brilliant, brilliant.
Uh, all that in anticipation, and here we are. Amazing. So
nice.
we really want to thank Codemasters for this. We're just so appreciative of Cody's for doing this to us. I think we're gonna have to restart the lobby. I do not have a jumbo jet in my room. Toss. That is actually my PS4. But
Man, we want to see racing, guys.
yeah, I think.
Cody.
Oh.
Huh?
What?
What the fuck? I don't have a decision. What the hell?
So I have no camera angle as Froggleball gets a good start.
What
and,
the hell?
Great. Amazing. Well, my game has crashed.